An intimate note to the sincere seeker. December 1st, 2000. European Ashram, Germany. Note 22. Sacredness and You. Throughout the ages, in all cultures, certain symbols, places, times, and persons were considered sacred. Whenever you consider a symbol, place, time, person, or an act as sacred, your attention is undivided and whole. When things are ordinary and the same, you tend to slip into unawareness and inertia. The moment you consider something sacred, your inertia disappears and you become more alive. There's nothing as fulfilling as a sacred act. You put your heart and soul into it. When every action of yours becomes sacred, you have become one with the divine. Then every minute of your life, every act of yours, every place you go is sacred. And every person you meet is only your reflection. Question: why does an act, when performed periodically, loses its sacredness? Gurudev says, this happens when your memory overpowers your consciousness and you lose your sensitivity. For example, people living in Banaras might not feel that it is as sacred as those who come there as pilgrims. That sensitivity may not be there. Question: how can we preserve that feeling of sacredness in our acts? Gurudev says, through living in the present moment and through sadhana. Your sadhana will not allow your memory to overpower consciousness. Then repetition is not a hindrance. It is good to feel that some symbols, places, time, and people are sacred, so that you are awake and alive. The Native American Indians and the tribals consider the earth, sun, moon, and all the directions as sacred. In the Indian tradition, rivers, mountains, and even animals, trees, and herbs are all considered sacred. What to say of people? They are definitely sacred. Various traditions honor certain people, symbols, and place as sacred. For example, the cross, Jerusalem, Christmas, and the Pope in Christianity, crescent moon, Makkah, and the month of Ramadan in Islam, and the river Ganges, the Himalayas, and the Swamis in Hinduism are considered sacred. Eventually, you need to transcend and feel that the entire creation and your whole life is sacred. For the person of God, the whole world with all its symbols, places, and people are sacred at all times. Be a person of God. Newsflash: Gurudev was the star attraction at the PSI conference in Basel, Switzerland. Gurudev presented the Human Values Award 2000 to Max van der Stoel, the OSCE, Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, High Commissioner for National Minorities at the International Association for Human Values Conference in Amsterdam, Holland. The conference was attended by several dignitaries including the former Prime Minister of Netherlands, who was one of the keynote speakers. Gurudev left an indelible mark on Amsterdam. A well-organized satsang with many intelligent questions and knowledge flowing from the master left the packed hall spellbound and asking for more. Gurudev's entourage walked in no man's land between Germany and Switzerland.